Hello YouTube and welcome back to Let's Play Surgeon Simulator 2013. And again I mumble, or not slur, but Surgeon Simulator Touch. That is apparently for the whatchamacallit, you know, that thing, that iPad thing that you touch, yeah, the iPad. Let's see, can I click this thing out? And I'm just looking at this because I'm slightly interested. I don't have an iPad, so it's not like I could even play it, much less record it. But I have seen Toby Turner, Toby Games, play the iPad version of Surgeon Simulator. And come on, why is it not going in? Let's see if I can. Yeah, that looks more. There we go. And look at that. That's that thing that I just mentioned. That wow, they're really going to town on that guy. Apparently, yeah, there's an eye transplant, which is really weird. Become a mobile surgeon today. And I remember I checked the phone on another video. No? Nothing? Alright. So anyways, in this episode, I'm not going to continue on with the heart transplant because I clearly could not do that whatsoever. I'm definitely going to have to like practice off screen or something in order to do that. But let's see. First, I was supposed to use this thing. The bone saw, and I just knocked it down, really. I was supposed to use this and not the hammer, which clearly was the more obvious choice. So then I just had to not grind right into his skull and make him lose a lot of blood. I mean, not his skull, but his head, his exposed flesh. Let's try to get this in a slightly better position, because I'm assuming I'm just meant to get the bottom bits off of his skull, and his blood level is draining really fast. So I'm actually going to try to do this like well, and not just all haphazardly or whatever that phrase means or that word. So that's still, you know what? I'm honestly just going to reset right now because I want to get this thing in a really good position. I want to grab it and really just. All right, fine. Let's see if I can get it. Like that. That is much better. Now if I put it down all the way, that's too far down. So if I turn it this way, how about that? Is that a good height for his head? Nope, a little bit too low. Turn it a little bit higher. There we go. That seemed decent, possibly. Maybe tilt it a little bit higher, just to get right there, and right there. Alright, so this seems like a decent height, and maybe a little bit higher, just to edge off the bottom, just kind of like taking the crust off a sandwich. That is probably not a good way to describe, or what's the term, what word am I looking for? Not a good, not metaphor, not a simile. What's the term? I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Not a good comparison to make. That's what it is. I was totally distracted by the whole removing of it. No. Oh, okay, that was bad. I did not mean to do that. So let's just get him a green syringe, which I will stab directly into his brain, which will probably be a good thing, and it was a good thing. So I was able to just pop off the top of his skull, and now it just sort of popped out his brain. And I remember on the floppy disk thing, it said to use this deadly looking weapon to just easily remove his brain, which I was kind of expecting it to just plop out the way that I did it, but come on, don't want to cut too much. There we go, and just there we go, nudge it out. And he is losing a little bit of blood again, so let's try to not grab my watch, although it would be hilarious if somehow putting my watch into his head before I put his brain back in let him like always know what time it was or something. That'd be a pretty cool superpower, if not a very useless superpower. Or at least, man, I injected myself, and I remember the other syringe is right about here, and there we go. Alright, so knock that off. And he's still got about half of his blood level, if not more than half. So that should be pretty good, I suppose. And it seems to be going at a reasonable pace. So perhaps this is going to be really successful. Maybe like a C. That is progress. Let's try that again, because, well, let's try the hammer this time, because I know that's not what it told us to use, but I remember I was really successful with that, although I also did get a D on that one, so maybe really successful isn't the right word, but just tap him, just a little tap, and not losing that much blood yet, but that was just one tap, so maybe maybe this hammer isn't a good idea. And maybe I'm just gonna knock on his skull like that, because that's fun. Anyways, let's actually go back to the menu. Now that I, did a little bit better on that one, very, very marginally. And how about I do heart surgery? That might be good practice. Well, yeah, might as well try performing a heart transplant, which I guess isn't really heart surgery, I guess. I mean, maybe you could still call it surgery if it is an operation, I suppose, but I don't know. So yeah, heart transplant, not on an ambulance, should be much easier to grab things, you would think. Nope, I'm just gonna restart. Alright, let's try this again, and I still do not have a word for this. Why is no one in the comment telling me what this is called? Like, I know that there's got to be some word for that other than just cloth covering paper thing. There's got to be a real word for that. So someone please tell me in the comments. At least acknowledge that you know of my struggle of that word. So let's, come on. I really can't grab this bone saw. Was it always this hard to grab previously? It should have been easier. And there we go. That's even a nice way to hold it. So it's just nice and easy. Don't want to break his sternum. Just break the very corners of his ribs. Not really corners, but the edges, so that then I'll be able to lift it out kind of the way that I lifted out his skull, kind of, a little bit. Let's just, I don't want to keep going down, because then that ends up just cutting into his flesh, which is not very good for his blood level. And for some reason, I feel like he grew an extra set of ribs down here at the bottom since the last time, but it has just been a while, and I'm not very good at remembering how many ribs he has. So yeah, let's just see if I can do this correctly. Just tilt it a little more so that I can get a better angle. And this actually seems to be going very successfully, much more successfully than my previous attempts, especially on the ambulance, when I could barely even grab the bone saw, much less at a good angle like this one. So this, like I said, it seems to be going very easily. I might need to cut a little bit more on his ribs, closer to his flesh, but this is at least a good start to get a lot of his ribs out in a very clean, one-piece manner, like that. Now I'm going to place this right here. Don't fly away. Okay, good. Good. It's rolling away, but it's not rolling very fast, and it's not flying away. So here we go. That is the most successful removal of a rib cage I've ever done. So there may be a bunch of pieces left in him, but let's just see how well this goes. If I can get my hand to steady down. Not steady down. Is that the word? I don't know. Settle down. That's what it is. And just take out his lungs. Clearly does not need those. If he's getting a new heart, clearly. Anyways, let's see what was next. I needed the I was going to say scalpula. The scalpel, not the scalpula. And this is probably going to make him lose quite a bit of blood. So I'm going to try to... Wait, this is not where the scalpel is. Just put that back down. I was thinking that the scalpel was under that, but no, it's over here. So, which one was it? I remember there's a specific one that I think was called like the gut scalpula. Or not scalpula, scalpel. It's not your shoulder bone. Shoulder bone? Yeah, that would be the clavicle or something. I don't know, one of those. But let's try to move this hammer out of the way. I think it's this one in the middle right here. Not that one right there. There we go. Very nice and delicate. Delicately plunge that into his esophagus. That was perfect. That was amazing. Alright, So I seem to be actually getting better at this, sort of. And just removed that very well. And that kind of stabbed into him, but let's see, not sure if I've got all of his arteries, and it's okay. Well, his heart seemed to stop beating, so that's a good sign. Oddly enough, odd thing to say as a surgeon in the middle of heart surgery, that his heart stopped beating, and that was a good thing. Which I think that the ceasing of the beating of his heart just means that I cut it out, which, again, probably doesn't sound like a good thing, but it's good in this situation because I've got a brand new heart that looks much better, I suppose. If you're into that sort of thing, than this heart. But come on, can I not grab this heart? And he's still got nearly 5,000 health, not health, but blood pressure, and he's losing a little bit of blood pressure. So, that's not exactly what I meant to grab, but let's just try to put that down. See, that's not good. I'm grabbing the saw, and I knew that was going to happen. Well, I didn't actually, but I was trying to not stab myself, but trying to stab him, actually. And there we go. I was not trying to grab this saw thing, and this is actually taking up a bit more time and making him lose a bit more blood pressure, so it's going to be costing me a bit of a grade. And you know what? He's not losing that much blood. Let's just, ignore that syringe for now, and let's just put the other heart in him, because that will save some time and definitely increase his blood pressure level thing. And I'm pretty sure that's upside down, so that's not going to count. I need to actually put it right side up, ignore the stitching, and that should be good, right? Yeah, just move it around a little bit. Let it make it feel right at home. Make sure it's not disagreeing with the new host, I suppose. And did I just roll that into a place where I can't grab it? Nope, there we go. And place it there. That's not, how did I do this so well the first time? There we go. Come on, there. Nope. Okay. Losing more blood. Losing a little bit more blood. Let's try to land that in. There we go. Surgery complete. And I got an A. That is amazing. Alright, so that clearly was enough practice. Clearly. But probably not. Probably maybe go back to the kidney transplant. See if I can do that one any better before I move on. And if I really can't do the ambulance in like 2 or 3 more episodes, then I'm going to do this Team Fortress 2 thing that I'm sure some of you already know what it is and have been waiting for me to do that. So, that's it for this episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.